Hi guys, me again with this week's news. The next episode, which is going to air tonight, is Thirst. That's the 6th episode, and we have the promo and the sneak peek. And the sneak peek shows Ducky and his new love interest, and Gibbs is there. And yeah, I like seeing Ducky kind of turn on the charm. Very cool. So moving on. During last week's episode, Cody DePablo did like a live tweeting thing. Link in the description to the transcript if you missed it and you want to check it out. Two interesting things. First up, she said that the picture of Tiva Arientale, like the little one that was in Alia and Semper Fidelis, was actually a picture from her childhood, and then Ari had been changed. Ari was altered, but the rest of it was a picture from her childhood, which honestly surprised me because I didn't think it looked that much like Tiva, but I guess I was very wrong on that part. And secondly, Cody gave us a little spoiler and said that Tiva will soon be going on an overseas mission. Very excited. Moving on, the People's Choice Awards are coming up, so you can go online and nominate nominees. So you vote for people you want to get nominated. You're not actually voting for the award at this stage, you're just voting for people to get nominated. So go check it out, nominate, your favorite actors, characters, nominate NCIS for, favorite TV drama or whatever you think it qualifies as, and hopefully we can get them an award, because NCIS, though it is an amazing show, doesn't really have a lot of awards, and it deserves them, so go out and support the show. Next up, we have some Sweeps spoilers coming to us from Entertainment Weekly. Executive producer Gary Glassberg says Sweeps Month will also feature a series of very special episodes for Gibbs. We get into a two-part storyline that takes Gibbs to Afghanistan. It's a really heart-wrenching, patriotic story that is just coming out beautifully, he says. We're really excited about that. Additionally, the latter part of the month will see the return of Tony DiNozzo Sr., played by Robert Wagner. And as for our favorite Tiva, the article says, while there is great material in store for both characters, their storylines will cross in a less direct way. They can't help but interact with each other as these things happen to them, so there will be some moments coming up that I think people will like. On one hand, it scares me that they might be just moving away from Tiva entirely and, Siva's gonna marry Ray, and Tony's gonna, find the next Jean and fall in love, or maybe Jean will come back and they'll get married and blah, Yeah, I really don't like that idea. It also kind of excites me because I'm thinking if they're kind of not doing a lot of Tiva, because sometimes we'll have a big break in Tiva and then we'll get a huge Tiva moment. I think it was season 6 we kind of had a Tiva dry spell, and then at the end we had Alia and Truth or Consequences, which was really amazing. So on one side they could be kind of giving us a little lull of the Tiva, and then maybe we'll get something later on in the season. One can hope. Yeah, until then it looks like we might get a little bit of Tony Ziva moments, but not necessarily Tiva moments. In other news, the video game comes out this Friday. I hope it's widely available. I'm definitely going to head out to the mall on the weekend and see if I can find it. Anyway, we have another trailer, and it features interviews from David McCallum and Robert Wagner, who both lent their voices to their respective characters. So I take back what I said before. We do have at least those two actors that are going to lend their voices. The others, I know Tony's not, it's not his voice, and it's definitely not Michael Weatherly. It's kind of high-pitched and weird. Okay, so finally the next new episode is going to be November 1st. It's going to be called Devil's Triangle. That's the 7th episode, and we have the pictures, the press release, and a little bit of spoilers. So, press release says, the NCIS team searches for answers when the current husband of both Gibbs's and Fornell's ex-wife is suspiciously kidnapped. On NCIS, Tuesday, November 1st. Melinda McGraw guest stars as Diane Sterling, the ex-wife of both Gibbs and Fornell. Entertainment Weekly also had the first look at this episode, and there's a little bit of a quote from Gary Glassberg, and it says, her visit will also be an informative one, as a lot of feelings and memories come back as to why they were drawn to each other in the first place. And we'll learn something about Gibbs and this specific wife, he teases. Finally, a little bit of a spoiler for that episode. Meredith Eaton, who is Polly Pratt's real-life best friend, will return in Devil's Triangle to reprise her role as Carol, which is Abby's friend. She's also a lab tech, and here's a picture. So I'm excited for that. And if you remember, she, I think, was in the second Christmas episode, Faith, and she had a little nephew that wanted to see his mom on Christmas, and it was amazing. So excited to see her back, and guys, enjoy tonight's episode, and hopefully you don't drink too much. And it promises to be a very compelling episode, so I'm looking forward to it, and I hope it's not overhyped. And I'll see you later for a review.